Our next guest went from talented musician to crypto advocate and has the unique ability to simplify complex concepts, sharing her knowledge across the world through social media. Joining us now is Lea Thompson, aka Grogan Crypto. Welcome, Lea.
Well, thanks, Jessica, for having me. Excited to be here.
Yes, I'm excited to be talking with you this morning because, to be honest, crypto sometimes can seem like, what are we talking about? How does it all go? And you really are super knowledgeable about the topic and make it more digestible for people, right?
Yeah, that's really what my goal. Like when I first got into crypto back in 2017, I feel like almost all of the information I found was, some hour-long live stream with
Yes.
probably some guy that maybe still lives in his mom's basement. We're not sure. Using all these terminology that I didn't maybe even understand half of what they're saying. So a lot of the educational material that exists today in crypto maybe starts with, oh, well, it's a decentralized peer-to-peer payment system that's also a store of value that can, it's this whole rambling of words that if you're really trying to break it down and understand it, it can be really difficult. And so I really try to just help break that down in a way that's actually digestible and approachable.
Yes. Now, talk to us about the platform Steem.
So it doesn't really exist anymore, but back in 2017, it was this kind of emerging social media platform in the world of crypto. And so at the time, I was working at a tech company and had kind of decided that I wanted to try to work for myself. And so I was just, guzzling Gary V podcasts and trying side hustles, like flipping designer purses on Poshmark and
yes.
all sorts of things.
The hustle was real.
Yes. And a friend of mine told me about this blogging platform where you can earn crypto for creating content. And so I actually started doing ukulele covers on there, which
oh my goodness.
I know you said talented. I might fight you on that one, but it just really turned into this crazy whirlwind of an experience where I started to actually get requests to speak at crypto conferences around the world. And I was like, no, I know this is a crypto platform, but I'm not talking about crypto. And they're like, no, we think your story of how you're earning crypto with your ukulele is cool. And so I ended up traveling around the world and speaking at conferences and ended up in a Super Bowl 2020 commercial. And it was just this whole weird whirlwind. And then in 2019, I decided to launch an actual crypto focused channel, Grogan Crypto, and that's just what I've been doing ever since.
Oh my goodness. So let's dive into that a little bit. I know we could probably talk for a lot longer than 5 minutes on the crypto world, but let's kind of maybe do an overview because there's the blockchain concept, right? Which is part of that technology there with crypto.
Right.
Give us, if you had to give us just an overall quick snapshot view of how the world works, give that to us.
Absolutely. So, in the world of crypto, there's obviously a lot of different things that exist. There's Bitcoin, there's blockchain technology, there's NFTs, there's all of these different words, and maybe you're like, what is the difference? What's really going on here? And when we really kind of peel it back a little bit, one of the biggest questions that I get all the time is, why do I need Bitcoin? And the truth is, you don't. If you trust the bank to protect your money, if you trust that the US dollar is going to hold its value in the face of inflation and constant money printing. We've already seen a few big bank failures so far this year. Fed rates are the highest they've been in 22 years. The US national debt is at an all-time high. So if you're concerned at all about these things, which I think a lot of us probably are at this point, what are your alternatives? Where else can you turn? And it's, you look at hard assets like real estate, like gold, and like Bitcoin, right? And the difference and with the first two is that they're not very liquid. You can't really just use them, at a moment's notice. And so that's where Bitcoin becomes a really attractive option for people, just to kind of help hedge against some of the current things that are happening in our financial economic system.
Wow, that is wonderful. And that's a really great point, I think, to think about as our world is essentially changing, what's going to be our almost like safety net at some point, right? So thank you for sharing so much insight this morning. I'm telling you, we could talk for a lot longer than 5 minutes. For more information and to connect with Lea, head to lealovescrypto.com.